Now we are going to use the code expression to do the same thing, to achieve the same outcome. So for the code, instead of this case, I am just going to come here, delete all this. And I'll change this to decode, right? Decode. And then I'll open the parentheses. Now, I'm going to supply that same column name, which is job ID, job underscore ID, right? Then I'll say comma. Now, look at the syntax of the code. This is the syntax of the code. So I'm calling the decode keyword method. And I'm going to supply, either I supply a column to it or an expression. So in this case now, I'm supplying a column. And then I'm going to have the first search 1, result 1, search 2, result 2. This is the same thing as saying when the expression is equal to this, then the output. When it is equal to this, then the output. In that one that we had else, you get the else salary. Why this one will be default? So if none of this one meet up, then the default is going to come out as the answer. So this is the syntax for it. So I'm going to say, I will remove this one. I will use it later. That will be the alias. So job ID. Now here I'm putting, so I will say IT underscore program. Then I'll say comma 1.10 times salary. The same thing that we did. Salary. So I'm going to remove this. Right? Now I can close this. And I'll say from employees. Oh, I already have my from employee here. Sorry. So what am I saying? I'm going to do first name, job ID, salary, just like this. And then I will say decode. If job ID, I will supply this job ID column to it. If IT program, then it will return 10%. Then I will put comma here. And I'm going to say salary. First, let me run this. This is the number one, so I'm going to execute this back. Can you see? It's doing the same thing. So I ran that, the same thing. Look at IT program. For somebody that is IT program, look at 9 times 9,900. I said, for you to achieve if then else logic in SQL query, there are two methods that can help you to achieve that. You can either use case or use decode. Both of them are doing the same job, but different syntax. If what is coming from this job ID is IT program, then increase the salary by 10%. Else, return salary. So how many parameters supplied? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this salary is the else. This is the then action that will take place if what is coming from this job ID is IT program. So job ID is the column that will be supplied. So yeah, this job ID will be supplied. Then it will look at this AD press. It will look IT program. No, what is coming is AD press. It's not IT program. It's not going to increase the salary by 10%. So what will it return? It will return the salary. If what is coming here is IT program, then increase the salary by 10%. Else, return salary. So if what comes here is not IT program, it is not going to increase it by 10%. It's just going to return that person's salary. So I'm going to add another person. So I'm going to say, let me say, add another person here. I will say ST or let's say SA rep. There is SA underscore rep, right? SA rep. Then that one with comma. So how much salary should we add? 1.15 times salary, comma. So now I am now saying if what comes is IT program, if what is coming from this job ID is IT program, then increase the salary by 10%. If it is sales rep, increase the salary by 15%. Else salary, meaning I'm going to revise the salary of this person of sales rep and the salary of IT program, but I will not touch the salary of any other person. Now I can even add a where clause to this. Let me show you something so that I'm going to add a where clause where um, where job ID, job underscore ID in, then I'm going to bring out three job IDs. I'm going to bring AD underscore. I just want to reduce the search so that I won't have to be scrolling down too much. AD underscore press, right? So I'm going to reduce how many rows are returned. AD press, I will put IT underscore, so I'll put then IT underscore program, then I will have SA underscore rep, right? So look at this. So I'm going to end it here. Now I'll run this. So look at this. You see, it return only 36 rows. I am only bringing rows that have just these three job ID: AD Press, IT Program, and SA Rep. So AD Press, because AD Press is not in this my decode, AD Press is not in this decode. So the salary of AD Press is what is going to be returned. It's going to return the else, which is the salary. So AD Press salary is 24,000. Since it is not in any of these, it's going to return 24,000. But everybody that is in IT program will have 10% increment in their salary. Then, if you scroll down, everybody that is in sales rep will have 15% increment. Look at 15% of 10,000. You are adding 1,500 to it. So that automatically give you 11,500. So everybody that is sales rep will have this. And then if you scroll down, you will not see any other job ID again. The where clause is to reduce the rows that are returned, to filter the rows that are returned. If I don't put this where clause in this one, and I end it here, look at, if I run this one, see how many rows return, first 50. If I scroll down, I will go to more. It will expand. It will show me more. See, it has increased. It will show me first 100. Because this query is returning first 50. If it is more than 50, it will return the first 50. If you keep scrolling down, it will return. So it's returning 107. Can you see? Meaning it's returning all the employees. So this action is happening to all the employees. But in this one that I added the where clause, when I run it, it's returning only 36 rows. If I scroll down, I'm going to scroll down to only 36. So the where clause has filtered out every other person that is not in this job ID. So I have only three job IDs that I put here. So it's going to filter out every other person that is not among these three job IDs. That's what the where clause does. But our training today is for this what? Expression. Here again now, I'm using, is bringing out everything here for the row. So if I want to put an alias, I'll just come here. Where does it end? Here. It ends here. Then I'll put my double quote. Then I'll type revise salary. So it's going to bring it out that way. When I execute this again, so it gives me revised salary. So look at this. For this, Stephen, the salary is 24. Since it is not among these IT program or sales rep, that means it's going to return the S, which is salary. So it's returning 24,000. While IT program is adding 10% to their salary. Then, if you scroll down to sales rep is adding 15% to their salary. So this is how you run a query to revise the salary of employees in your company. So you can just use one single query like this to say, okay, if the employee are within this category, add 10% to their salary. If they are within this category, add 15% to their salary. If they are within this category, add 20% to their salary. Just one script, and you run it. Automatically, it does that. And then you are now going to attach this to a front-end programming language that will you just click a button, and then you get an output. That is basically it.